Dr. Ali, is she running or not?
Well, I think she is, and if I were in her shoes, why not?
It's true.
You guys are, but I mean, she says she's not. Dan, do you believe she is?
She has to say that.
Why does she have to say that?
She has to say that because because of the good old boy system, because they can do a lot of damage to her now. But if she has to say that right now, and she has to wait until the perfect time to say it officially.
In fact, right now everybody has to say that, right? I mean, all of these guys,
of course,
are just these are just speaking engagements, and I'm just out here helping a friend. And
we know what that
means. Right.
Okay. We know what that means.
Jade's got it right. I think Sarah Palin is running. I think she should run, but more importantly, she's figured out another way how to do it. She's figured out how to come in from an alternate universe and that's what she's doing. She's really running in one way, but she's figured out how to do it another way, and that's what she's doing.
That's exactly right. And
she will come in and make it official one of these days, but as long as they've got us talking about it, the interest is up.
It's publicity. I just want to switch this to my world for 1 second. Everyone in throughout history has always come in from stage right or stage left on stage. Garth Brooks was the first guy who flew through the audience, through the air to land on stage. That's basically what she's doing. She's coming in in a different way, in a fabulous way. She's really hitting Facebook, media, Twitter, all that stuff, because she understands that's what's going to get a new generation interested.
Is it possible? So you guys are all completely convinced that this is nothing but a stealth campaign. Is it possible that she could have more influence, more impact by not running? I mean, look what she's able to do now. She can pick and choose these candidates, campaign for them. She has a very good track record. She's really gotten a lot of people nominated so far. What if that's the best thing she can do?
Why not do both? She's going to have a lot of favors.
Because the minute you run for president, that becomes the most salient thing about you. But that becomes a distraction to anything else you're saying.
But she's also going to have a lot of favors she'll be able to call in by the time 2012 comes along. Why not keep on running in stealth mode until you feel that it's time to come out? She could, ostensibly she could wait till just a couple of months before the nomination.
Do any of you think, though, that given what her family went through, and some of that was self-inflicted, that this might be a woman who is not going to go through that again, that is not going to put those family members through the same hoops again? And as long as she's doing what she does now, this doesn't have to be about whether or not Trigg is her baby and what Bristol is doing. And I mean, this is a different way to participate in the system. And we're talking this morning about how politics has changed a lot. Could she be doing something we've never seen done before, which is take that national stage that she has, which Jade points out she's very adroit on, and using it for something other than running for president? Why does the culmination of every national political career have to be running for president?
I think she's expressed in different ways that she wants that position, period. But you do make a good point. She could be ideally the mother, kind of like everyone's always said Oprah should run for president. No, she always says. She could very well be a wonderful figure for the conservative, like the mother of conservatism 100 years from now. That's what she's known as. And she was so noble, she never ran.
Why doesn't Oprah run for president?
I honestly think that when I look at Oprah, I think she's someone who really finds a lot of fulfillment in what she does, and I think she's very aware of the influence she has and the impact she has in the way that she's always done it. So
that's what I'm saying about Sarah Palin. I'm also pointing out to you that right now, when you turn on Oprah Winfrey, you can turn her on as a Republican, as a Democrat, as a man, as a woman, as a conservative, as a liberal, and listen to whatever it is her guest has to say or she has to say. The minute you run for president, the labels either get put on you or you have to don them, and people have to start choosing you one way or the other. Mm-hmm. I think Sarah Palin is at the zenith of her powers right now.
Absolutely.
I don't think she'll ever be able to have as much influence on the political discussion as she has right now when people are not sure what her next move will be. But the minute you declare you're running for president, I know you're going to Iowa, I know you're going to New Hampshire, I know you're going to start pandering to the base of whatever political party you're in. I mean, I know what you're going to do. It becomes much less interesting, doesn't it, Dan?
Yeah, it does, but she's to me she is the ultimate independent. The Democrats hate her. The old school Republicans hate her. The people that she's drawing behind her are people that are rising up now and are throwing out the establishment Democrats and Republicans. And over time, I think over the next couple of years, you're going to see that movement growing. You're going to see it, and I think we're going to see it in the elections coming in November. These both Republicans and Democrats are sitting back saying, "Oh no, nothing's going to happen." It's people are just angry. Yeah, well, there's going to be results from that anger.
10:37 on Gang of Four on KTSA. Jade, I think you said it, or one of you said it, but I think it was you. She's re-imaging
Relaunching,
rebranding
Absolutely.
herself. Mm-hmm. Can you really do that? I mean, it was just 2 years ago.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the internet, but wait a minute. Every flub, every mistake, every awkward moment, the Katie Couric interview, all of that will live forever on the internet. In this day and age, can you really just reinvent yourself?
Yes, it will live on the internet, but think about the number of people who are going to take the time to go relive those moments. So many things happen. So many.
Well, your
uploads.
opponents will bring them back and relive them for you.
There is that, but there's so many other opportunities. You have that one. I always say this whenever, I don't often get bad reviews, but if someone doesn't like me, I always, I kind of shrug it off because I'll have 10 or 15 other things that will just be louder than that particular one.
Oh, see, if I got one bad review.
Just
and
get
50
good
reviews.
Ones.
No. See, that's where we're different. If I got one bad one and 50 good ones, all I would be able to think about was the bad one.
Sarah Palin doesn't think like that.
I guess you don't either.
No, I think most.
That's why I'm here.
I think most people will not think it that way. You will never have 100%. And my feeling is that Republican as well as Democrats don't like her as much because there is a perception out there that she rose to the power and the fame way too quickly, and within a few months, she's there, and I think she's going out there, getting a feeling for her, and I think she has taken all the punches that could have been thrown, so there is nothing new.
Yeah.
That
it's
she
gotten
has
as bad as it's going to get.
Exactly. So she has learned all the things that could be thrown at her. And if she thinks that, well, the worst is over, then, she can only go to the next step.
Will Republicans be looking at people like Palin and Romney and people who were in the cycle last time, or is this Tea Party thing going to mean that you almost have to bring up a brand new face?
I think we will have new superstars come to. Yeah, and we're going to be talking about people next year that were not even on the radar like this year till the end of this cycle. I think absolutely, and they need that. They need that freshness because it says so many things regarding the rebranding of an idea, especially with this Tea Party thing.
Because I mean, how can you run all of these new Senate and House candidates and then run a retread at the top of your ticket in 2012? It doesn't. That's a very disjointed message, it seems to me. What is that person going to say? I didn't get it 4 years ago, but I get it now.
I think you're right. I think one guy we need to keep an eye on is Marco Rubio from Florida. I met him while I was in Florida a few months ago, and it's totally. I mean, guy's amazing. And
do you have a man crush on him?
I might buy him a beer.
Okay. Aww. Maybe a bromance. How about
that? Beer.
All right. I think
sweet.
I think that means a little more with Dan. We're back with more Gang of Four on a Friday morning. It's 10:40 on News Talk 550 KTSA. KTSA News Time 10:45. Jack Riccardi 10 to 1 on News Talk 550 KTSA. Coming up later today after 12. Imagine this, a lifetime supply of oil from a friendly, democratic country that speaks English. We're going to tell you what that is coming up after 12. And you can vote in the JR poll 3 ways, 599-5555, or by friending me on Facebook, or by going to the Jack Riccardi page at ktsa.com.